Welcome to the presentation of the 2023 Louisville Presbyterian Theological Seminary Faithful Steward Awards. I am Alton B. Pollard III, President of Louisville Seminary. The Faithful Steward Award is the highest recognition for an alum or friend of Louisville Seminary who has made a noteworthy seminary-wide impact, sets a standard of excellence that is an inspiration for others to follow, or has supported or directed fundraising for a specific seminary priority project. Faithful Steward Award recipients are those who have gone above and beyond in providing the resources that enable Louisville Seminary to deliver quality theological education. They are the embodiment of our mission to proclaim the gospel, to care for all, and to work for justice in communities everywhere. We recognize these champions of Louisville Seminary's ministry who continue to work towards a world where all can flourish. Today's Faithful Steward Award recipient wonderfully meets this criteria, and it is with great thanks that we honor this individual for their exemplary commitment to Louisville Seminary and commitment to their own ministries. Our 2023 Louisville Seminary Faithful Steward Award winner is Dot Ridings. Won't you join me in celebrating Dot?
Dorothy S. Ridings is a distinguished journalist, media executive, philanthropic leader, and a lifelong member of the Presbyterian Church. Throughout her career and her life, she has used her talents and resources to make a positive impact on the world around her, emphasizing the importance of education, equity, and community engagement. Born in Charleston, West Virginia, Dot was raised at First Presbyterian Church, where her family sat in the second pew on the left each Sunday. Not only was her deep personal faith nurtured in this congregation, she was also inspired by her mother's active leadership. In the 1950s, her mother was only the second woman in the nation to become an elder in a Presbyterian church. During these formative years, she also learned to value an educated and prepared clergy. She didn't necessarily agree with everything they said from the pulpit, but she realized the important role of theological seminaries to prepare future faith leaders. Dot earned a bachelor's degree in journalism from Northwestern University's Medill School of Journalism and a master's degree from the University of North Carolina. Highlights from her distinguished career include serving as president of the National League of Women Voters, publisher of the Bradenton Herald in Bradenton, Florida, co-founder of the Commission on Presidential Debates, and CEO of the National Council on Foundations, from which she retired in 2005. Dot is also a charter member of Kentucky's Pritchard Committee for Academic Excellence. During the 1970s, Dot was a champion for desegregation in Louisville, Kentucky's public schools. Because of her activism, in 1979, she was appointed to this committee, and as a former chair, she continues her service as a member still today. Dot has been a trustee of the Ford Foundation, director for the Presbyterian Outlook Foundation, Independent Sector, and Association of Theological Schools, and chair of the National Civic League, just to name a few. Throughout her impressive career, she has been a faithful and generous supporter of Louisville Seminary. She and her late husband, Don, began supporting the seminary financially 30 years ago. Dot served the seminary as a trustee for over 20 years, including her leadership as chair for 8 years. She is a member of the Caldwell Legacy Society, a former member of the President's Roundtable, and has established the endowed Ridings Family Scholarship to provide perpetual support to Louisville Seminary students. Her family's commitment to Louisville Seminary continues through her son, Don, who currently serves as a trustee. Dot's legacy of service and leadership serves as an inspiration to all who seek to use their talents and resources to serve God and their community. It is truly our honor to recognize Dot Ridings with the 2023 Faithful Steward Award.
My name is Dot Ridings, and I'm finding it such an honor to have been named the Faithful Steward for Louisville Presbyterian Theological Seminary here in Louisville for this year. A real honor and a privilege. And I think it demonstrates something else, which is the importance of support that we can provide to the seminary and all those who support it and all those who need to learn from it. And I'm thrilled to be part of that process. I call myself a baby Presbyterian, and I was one from the very beginning, raised and reared in a family that believed so deeply and made it happen for all their children as well. And I'm hoping to do the same with you as well as with my own children. I have been a friend of Louisville Presbyterian Theological Seminary for many years, really since I was very small. My church in Charleston, West Virginia, which is where I grew up, had a lot of pastors that came through here, not just as pastor, but also as other staff. And I always knew that they would tell me right, they would care for me, and I would care for them. And I care for this seminary. It's a beautiful place, by the way. I mean, just it's in and of itself, by itself, it's a beautiful location. And that's not why, but it is one place where my husband now rests, and someday I will rest in the memorial garden behind the church, the seminary chapel. So we'll be around here for a long time. I feel like I've been around for a long time as well, taking some courses occasionally, just really when I was able to have the time to do so and found the time. But I really was most interested in the education that it was providing to the students who were there registered as students there, not just interested people like me that were dropping in. Because education has been a very important part of my life and certainly carries over into my church life. I believe that pastors and others who preach the gospel most loudly are the best when they are totally educated about what they're saying. Doesn't mean I always agree with them. I disagree a lot. And that's fun too. But we have something good to talk about and something that matters to the whole world, not just to me, not just to you, but to the whole world. So I hope you'll join me as one of the deepest friends that Louisville Seminary could possibly have. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to support. It's a great place to learn. It's just a great place. So join me. Thank you.
This concludes the Faithful Steward Awards presentation for 2023. Thank you for being witness to the honors bestowed upon Dot. We celebrate not only her commitment to the seminary, but to her work and life guided by the Holy Spirit. She exemplifies God's love, justice, and inclusive welcome. We look forward to celebrating with you again next year.